Hi everyone. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who said they're joining in. I'm absolutely thrilled that it's sort of quite popular, and I'm hoping I'm going to do it justice. Let's see how we get on, and maybe we can bounce some ideas off each other as we go through. Ask any questions you like down in the comments, because if you're asking a question, then somebody else might even be thinking the same thing. And I'll try and answer them as best I can or find out for you. So, what do we need to start? Well, these are the only rings I've got at the moment. These are 1.5 inch. So I have got on order some 2-inch rings because, knowing me, my journal is going to get too fat for these. So we will see how we go. I'm going to go through what sort of things you're going to need and hopefully try and remember everything. So I've got a book, which is this one, and I'm going to sort of base all my colour scheme on all these sort of colours, because it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous, and I've got lots of ephemera, as you know. Okay, so what I've gathered together are some just random bits. I have shopped my stash. I've got coffee dyed paper and book pages. This is, I'm not quite sure what dyed paper this is. I think I was messing about with some green food colouring or something, but I thought that might work. I've got envelopes. Oh, I've got oh no, not a postcard, a card. I've got book pages. Got these funny little cards, French writing. Customer calling card. I've got a little file folder thing. Another green one. Another one of them. These are greeting card papers, I think. Something like this. They go on the inside, I think. I've got a feeling they've like printed wrong. That's why they've been like, I've managed to get hold of them. Obviously got them from a car boot, so I'm using those. Oh look, more tea-dyed paper. I've also grabbed out some like little cards, more envelopes. I've got all the ephemera that I've made, but we will make some more. I've got some big envelopes. I've got a paper bag. I've got this little 6x6, which I think I may use sort of maybe these. maybe not the lips. I may use some of that, but I quite like this side for this book. And I've got some 12x12 papers that probably won't go in any of my journals. So it's all the sort of greens. And then I found this, which is like a haystack, which I thought might be quite cute. And I'm not sure about this one. I don't know if I'll be using that. But as you can see, big variety. Once you've gathered all this, if you haven't done that already, then I'll wait. No kidding. Just pause the video and go and grab your stuff and come back and we'll carry on. Right, so the next step, we need to create our pages. So my book pages are going to be 8.5 inches by, because I'll be cutting this spine off. So mine are going to be, I'm going to do them 6.5. Okay. Your book may be completely different. The little golden books do vary slightly in size, I believe. So just decide what size paper you're going to want. Okay, obviously these are going to be small enough. So I'm going to move these all out the way. This is why I've got my cutting mat down. Not that I'm going to be cutting, I'm going to be tearing. Okay, so let's take our first page, 8.5. Well, I've got a feeling that these are roughly 8.5. 3, 6, 7, 8 and a little bit. So they're absolutely fine upwards. And I'm going to test it in a minute, and 6, just under 6. So let me just grab my book, and that is going to fit in quite good because I can add stuff down the sides and coming out the top. So that will be one page, and all I'm going to do to get my pages started is glue them together like this. So grab your pages, get them all going, because what I might do is sew around all the edges. You don't need to sew. If you're not sewing, then do make sure that you glue right to the edges. Okay, so I can go ahead and just fold all my papers in half and glue. So those are the easy ones. Start off easy, I would suggest, then get to the tricky ones. Look at the colours on that. Quite a wrinkly one, that one. So that's 2. Right, let's go with something different. Now this is just an old card base. Now is that 8.5? 8, 6, 7. Yeah, that's still going to fit. So that can just go straight in that pile. Envelope. I'll show you how I'm going to attach the envelope later. Can't do everything in first go. That may be just too big. I believe that may need trimming. Oh, it might just fit. Okay, we're going to go with it. We'll leave it there. These are going to be way too big. I'm going to try one. Just going to fold it. Yep, they're 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off the bottom so that it fits into my book. And then when we come to decorate it up, we'll just seal the bottom back up. Because, you know, we can do stuff like that. So that will be one of my pages. Is it 6? Can I get away with it that way? Let me just double check. 6. Yep, that will fit in. So that's how I'm going to do my pages. Let me do a big one. So we know that these are roughly 12 by 12. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just go 3, 6, 8.5 and trim down there. Get that. We can always use this for something else. And that is quite a good weight for a page. So there's 2 things you can do. You can either leave it white, we can stencil on it and stamp on it, or you can do the trick that Jovi does at Creating with Jovi, where you put a napkin on it. I'll leave a link to one of her videos where she does that, because that just leaves such a cool finish. I think I've got one that I've done. Yeah, it's a bit grungy, but this is just the back of some scrapbook paper, and I've just covered it with a stamped and stenciled napkin and then grunged up the edges, and it's just really cool effect. But I'll leave Jovi's link so that you can go and see how she does it. So I could cut this in half. Now I can do it now, or I can do it when after I've done my decoupaging. But I might want to do 2 different decoupage. 6, 3, 6. That should work. Because I don't want my pages too thick, because by the time I've added loads of stuff, they're going to be chunky enough. What else? These sort of things can just go straight in as they are. Right, so I've got these pages as well. So for book pages, what I'm going to do is fold them up so that I've got them on both sides. They're so pretty. I don't know. I've got to lose one, unfortunately. It's a shame it wasn't sort of there. But I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do that. So I've got a bit more than half. And just measure that properly, because I'm not doing that properly, am I? I will do that. So that this is my page. I'm going to measure it 8.5 so that I can cut it down ready. I'm going to cut that top off because I haven't done it straight, basically. You know, 3, 6, 7, 8.5. Oh, right on the egg. Right on the egg. Sorry, egg. So that's my page. And what I'm thinking is I can just glue this down as a pocket on the other side, because the pocket holes will be there, so we'll be able to put something in. But at the moment, we're just making the pages. That's all we're doing. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. It's a card. I mean, see how chunky it's getting already. Oh yeah, I want some of these, don't I? Which one should we have? I think the paw prints would be cool, because it is all about animals. I'll put one of them in. I might use this as backing paper on. Might use one of them yet. We'll see. I've got none of my green paper in here, so let's do that. Getting quite a good collection. Yours will be completely different. So whatever you're making yours from, this is all you need to do. We're starting off really simple. Then we're going to get into it. And we hope that Carol knows what she's doing. Right. What else have I got? Oh, book page. See, there's really cute pictures on this. And I'm sort of tempted to just cut out. How wide is it? Oh, it might fit on that way, you know. Might just cut that rough edge off. Uh, 3, 6.5. So you're all prepping your pages, getting them ready. I might turn this up. How much big is it? 3, 6, 7, 8.5. So we could just trim that off there. I'm not even looking what's on the other side because that will distract me. But I've got that gorgeous picture that I want to put on. Not bad. Not bad. We can put like a pocket on the bottom of there. But that's later. So let's prep our book. I'd forgotten about that. I haven't got any pages in mine, and you guys will probably have all your pages. So obviously you probably won't need quite as many like inserts unless you've got massive great big rings. If you've got like 2-inch rings, then you'll be good fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut my spine off. So ruler, knife, in frame. We're doing well. And I'm going to go. So I might be easier doing it this way, mightn't I? I don't think it's actually ripped open yet. Okay. I was so careful taking my pages out. There we go. So it's got this teeny tiny little spine, which is no good to any of us doing junk journals, because ours get way bigger than that. So I'm going to find the little groove and I'm going to cut down that. There we go. Just tidy up my edges because I always make a mess of this bit. No, I need to cut that bit off. You can always take a bit more off. You can't add it back on. So just take your time. If it takes 2 cuts, it takes 2 cuts. No rushings. There we go. So that is a lovely edge, which we will cover, don't worry. This one, I'll try and get it right first time. There's my edge. I don't want to cut into the actual book itself, the book cover. I just want to cut that spine off. It's not really any use to keep as a spine because it's so thin. So that is my book cover prepped and my pages. So I'm just want to quickly show you how I'm going to attach my envelopes, especially ones like this. So you could put your reinforce this and put your holes in there, but then you've got a very limited little gap to get your ephemera in. I would prefer to have my opening on the outside, so that means I've got to put holes in this side, which is going to make it quite narrow again. So what I thought was, in fact, let's use this. I want to attach some of this as a sort of side, if you see what I mean, just so that we can open it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chunk of this. I don't know. I'm going to make it a decent amount. I'm going to put like 2 inches. Because this is just the scrap bit from the bottom anyway. And measure in my normal measuring way, because you know nothing's that accurate, is it, in a junk journal, even a ring bound junk journal. So we're gonna just take that end off. Oh my goodness me, that's not good. That's not very good ripping. We will cut. Right, so I might save that in case. All we need to do then is fold this in half. You can score it if you want to get your scoreboards out and be like really accurate. As you can tell, I'm not going to. Right, so I'm going to glue on this. And extend my envelope. Sort of like that. I think that's roughly right. Let's just have a look. I want it quite straight, obviously. There we go. And then glue this side down. Put your glue all over. And that also makes it a bit stronger on your rings. And a decent sort of size. So just prepping the pages, just prepping. So that will be, I haven't got enough glue on there, have I? That will be that one. What I've also decided was these that I'm using, I'm going to do as big pockets. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sew or glue. I think I'll sew. But what I would do was just, I'll do this one, gluing, is glue if the glue comes out. Glue up there. Come on, glue. And glue up this one. It is not playing right today, are you? Behave yourself. I've got on there now. Watch me stick something down. And then when that goes in, it's automatically a pocket. A nice big pocket. Okay. So that's more page preparation. I've also got this postcard. Now I could just put it in with the holes there, but what I fancy doing is putting a little spine on here. And I'm going to use this bit that we just cut off, because, you know, waste not, want not. Oh, Rhonda, did you get my reply to your What's Blue Peter? I didn't realise that in America you didn't have Blue Peter. You poor people. We had Blue Peter in this country, and it was, oh, it is such a long time ago, but I'll never forget when they used to make things on the programme, and they used to do all sorts of things, you know, kid stuff. Yeah, I'm talking like 1970s when I used to watch TV, and they used to do half of that. They'd say, right, then you glue it all together. Here's one I made earlier, which is exactly what I said in the last video. And it was completely lost, wasn't it, on anybody outside the UK, I think. So yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I will remember that we need to we just need to remember we're not all on the same side of the pond. So I'm putting that on there. Just going to trim that, and that one's ready now. Okay, so that will flip as a page on its own. So we are on to making a template, and the first thing I want to do, I think I'm going to make it the size of my book. And I've got this yucky paper that I can use. It's not yucky paper, is it? It's just paper that I wouldn't use in my journals at all, really. Not in my grungy ones and my shabby chic ones. So it's fine for this. It's the right colour for this. So what we've got to do is decide where we want our holes. Let's come up like 2 inches, 5 centimetres, and we'll come up 2 inches from this side, if I get my ruler straight. Okay. And you want to be in, I think, in my vast experience of making £3 journals, I would say, let's have a look at the rings. I don't want to mess this bit up. Oh, let's get one that's open. These are really stiff. I can't even move this one. So yeah, you want them in about that far, which is maybe 1 centimetre or ½ an inch, perhaps. So let's just measure ½ an inch in, and ½ an inch this one. Nearly. Okay. And you can, if you wish, make your holes in one of your pages and then use that page as a template. But I tend to find then you end up with sort of some of the holes getting bigger. So I don't want to do that. I am going to strengthen them. I'm going to show you different ways of strengthening your holes as well. But I think we've probably done quite a lot today. Oops, I've forgotten how to use it. So I'm going to use the big hole, and just, that needs to be ½ an inch. So you can, on a crocodile, you can actually go ½ an inch. And you can just press and make your ½ an inch. I also have one of these, like, punches. And you can use the single hole punches if you've got those. So I'm going to try and use this because I know not a lot of people, some people might not have a hole punch. So just eye it up. It's going to be tricky because I'm going to try and do it on the camera. And I think it'll go in about 1/2 inch. Let's have a go. Nah, nearly. Nearly. So if I've gone slightly that way, then I need to go slightly this way. It's not exact, is it? We don't really mind. Let's see. Do you know what? That's close enough for me. Right, cover first. Carol, come on. Let's get this sorted. So we'll line it up on your cover. And draw your holes. Now remember, I'm not doing anything to my cover because I sort of love it as it is. Grab my crocodile. I'm not going to try and use that now. Find your hole. And there you go. And then grab your pokey tool to get rid of all the stuff inside. Because that's going to be quite tough because you've got like chipboard and everything in there. And line it up again. This may be quite a long video, but you know, they may get shorter as we get to the decorating bit, but I wanted to give you a good start so you can get everything prepped. Okay, and obviously then work out where your back page is in relation. Now I may, because this is the cover, do this and not trust myself because I don't. Because if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on camera. So, one. That one came out. I've got bits everywhere already. And 2. So you can set your crocodile to do the right depth in, which is good. So hopefully, if you get them the right way up, you should be able to see straight through where your holes are. The cover is the most important bit. You can shuffle around the pages or even make new ones if you completely mess it up, hey. Right, so using your template, let's just get it to the right size. Okay, so it's sort of the next day. I have been at work this morning, very stressful day, and I want to come back and do some more on my little journal. So what I've done is I've cut down some tea stain paper to the length, almost the length of my book, 2 inches, and I've folded it in half. And all I'm going to do is glue it to the side of this page to give my page a bit more strength for when I put the holes in. And because this page is exactly the right size, I'm going to put this right up at the edge like that. There we go. I know it's cutting some of the words off, but you know, I probably won't even read the words afterwards, and we can just cover this and look at the pictures. So that is another page. Now you remember these ones with the birds on. So I'm going to do the same with this one and just put this. Oh dear. Now we can't do that because we're going to cover up our birdies. Right, so plan B is to attach it with something else. Maybe we can attach it with this. Maybe we can add that page. I'm trying to work this out with you. We could glue that one down onto there like that. And then I've got both the birds. We can put some blank paper there. And then this one, oh no, because it's going to cover. That's going to cover the holes. That's not going to work. Flip it the other way, maybe. I've got loads of creases in this now. How about, could have it that way. I could put the holes in there. And that could be like a hinge. All right, let me see what I can do, because this is trial and error. Let's have a go. Fold this up like that. Oh God, that's not very straight, is it? Oh my goodness me. Oh, it's actually straight there. Just the edge of the page, maybe not straight. And I'm going to fold that back. That's going to be super strong now. Oops. Let's just get that bit off. This is just extra. We don't want that. So if I glued all this down, so you just have to keep sort of looking at your page and seeing what ways you could do it. Tuck that in, because it's a bit messy. And we could have that as our page, and we've got rid of all the writing. I like that. I'm going to do that. So just glue down all these extra sort of bits of page. See how many different ways there are to actually add these pages into the journal. Have I got any bits I need to stick there? Yep, thought there might be. So when you put your holes in it, your holes will be here. And your page won't be in the way. Cool, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. Right, so how are we going to put these in? Because if I clip them in like this, well, I can only get one ring because I think my rings are too far apart. So that's going to have to be some sort of flipperoonie. I can put a hinge on this one, but put it further out like that, maybe. Or we could just turn it into a pocket. Should we just have a pocket? Put the... Are my holes far enough up? Where's my template? My template, I can fit that on. Look, see? Because your pages are all different sizes, you just have to sort of guess. Where's my pencil? So let's put some holes in these pages. That one will be absolutely fine. So that's where my holes are going. And I'm just going to punch holes. We are going to strengthen the holes as well. Sort of in the right place. Don't know what's going on there. My template is rubbish, obviously. Oh no, that one's right. There we go. So I've got another 3 pages done, and that's all you need to do. I know that one took us a little minute to try and sort out, but you can do it however you like. You just shows you can put your pages in, you know, in any way you like. I did do this one slightly differently because what I've done is I've attached a big spine to this book page, and so that doesn't actually interfere with it. So that can be another... Oh, they're all up that way, aren't they? So that's going to be another pocket. another pocket, another page. Now, I have got a couple more journals on the go, because you will see tomorrow I am uploading a special video just for you people who are doing little golden books. All right, page. All right, where's my book? I just want to see if this is going to fit in whole. Not quite, but it's not too bad. So if I fold it like this, some of you will have way better ideas than me. Not straight, not straight, not straight. Fold it like this and then put one of these on, just to strengthen it, because it's a really thin paper. What do you think? Or do we need it? I reckon I can put my fabric on there and it'll be fine. So I'm going to glue that down. I'm not going to put my holes in just yet because the glue's wet. What else have I got to put in? Oh, this envelope that we did, that we're going to be just gluing back up when we've finished decorating it. And I think I'll just put my holes in this because we know it fits. There we go. I'll mark them on here, sort of where I want them. So you don't worry if you do this and you get your holes in the wrong place. It's not the end of the world. We will be adding strengtheners, fabric and things like that to your holes, basically. Oh, right, I think I should stop because I am very, very tired, and I think I'm just going to make a complete mess of this if I don't go. Before you go, I've got a little extra special video where if you are using little golden books and you want to keep your whole cover and all your pages without cutting straight this lovely gold foiling off, then there will be a special video just for you guys out tomorrow right here on this channel, and it will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time. So prep your pages, get your holes done, and then if you're using little golden books, then watch tomorrow's video and you'll be all caught up ready for next Monday. Right, I will see you soon. Thank you for watching and thank you for supporting this little project. I hope you have all enjoyed it and that you will be back next week to do the next step. I'm really going this time. Bye.